Hi Flosstube, my name's Debbie and I'm Mama Bear Stitchery on Flosstube and Instagram, and this is my channel about cross stitch, and today I'm going to give you my March update on my stitching. I'm sure like most of you, we're in the shelter in place, so everybody's home, kids are in their bedroom doing online schooling and husband's taking over the bedroom as a home office to work from home too, but hopefully we can get this done without too many interruptions while it's quiet, because it's never quiet around here just now. The kids are doing online school, they're doing karate at home, their teachers have set up karate studios in their houses and the kids all phone in through Zoom at different times during the day. Elena even took her green belt test this week and passed, but yeah, I'm hoping for 30 minutes of just peace and quiet to get this done. Like I said, this is going to be my March update video. Yeah, stitching's been all over the place this month, but hopefully I've got some things to show. So let's just jump right into it, and with the whips. And the first thing I have to show is a finish. May as well start on a high. And this is Remy Rabbit by Brooks Books, the Advent Animals. She joins, I did the panda already. And it was just the border like that before. So I just got her done and she was a quick little finish. And they're free patterns on Brooks Books website under the Advent Animal tab. And this is stitched on 28 count denim, it's by Zweigart. I think it's Lugana or Joplin. And I'm going to do them all like that. And once they're finished, just cut them out and make individual little ornaments. The next whip is, it was my Leap Day start, and it is Mallanna by Pinky the Pink, the artwork of Hannah Alexander, and she is massive. But I started her for a Leap Day and I didn't get much done. I think I did about 2 days work on her and I just wasn't feeling it at all. I started at the head, which was probably the worst. There's lots of little blends and over one stitches and quarter stitches, and I just couldn't get into it, and I just wanted to stitch something else, so not much was done on her. I feel like I'm speeding through this, but I have to be while it's quiet. My next one was a new start as well, and it was for Friday the 13th, and I thought that deserved a new start, and I chose this one. This is Day of the Dead by Addict to Cross Stitch on Etsy, and I've had this chart for a while. Melissa the Cupcake Stitcher on Flosstube and Instagram finished her, and I bought the chart right away. You can see it's full coverage, but the pages are nowhere near as big as like a Heaven and Earth design. They're about a third of the size, and I'm stitching her on 28 count over one, and the whole design fits on a fat 1/8 if you stitch that one. And I'll show you where I am. And I'm almost finished the first page. Let me see. I put that behind. So you see the pages are nowhere near as big as Heaven and Earth. So don't be put off if you want the chart. And it says 30 pages, but they're just not as big. And I would have been finished this one, but I ran out of one of the colours. But 1 to 3 stitch shipped my order pretty speedy, and I made sure to have a look through my mothership floss box and see anything else that was running low on, because everything's closed here. There's no Joann's, no Michael's, and I can't work out how to do curbside pickup for individual threads. So I thought I'll just order it from 1, 2, 3, and you know that they're going to have everything. So while I was waiting on threads for that one, I picked up, let's see, there's something I put behind it, Enchanted Forest. It's Kit by Owl Forest Embroidery, and I'll insert where I was for this chart here. And now here I am. So I filled in a big chunk of that corner. Gonna come up here towards the needle minder and along to the bird, and then go across the other side to across the page break. And this one I'm hoping to, I really want to stitch on this one, so this one I'm hoping to give a lot of focus in April to. I'll explain in a minute. I kind of fell off the Stitchy Challenge like bandwagon this month, but this one fits a lot of the prompts for next month in Semi-Sane Stitchers. It's Canada is one of the around the world challenges, and their national animal is a beaver apparently, so there's a beaver in one of the bits here, so I'm hoping to give this one some really good focus this month and maybe get close, if not close to a finish, but the month after, maybe May, actually I'll finish on this one. And I love this one. Okay, after I worked on Enchanted Forest, that's when the whole corona thing kicked off and we got the announcement that schools were closing. There was no warning before that. The kids finished school, they left everything at school, they came home at 2:30 and the mayor of the Bay Area came on the news about 3:30 and said immediately schools were going to close and not to return, and the school phoned at 5:30 to confirm. And so there was about a week while they got homeschooling and online schooling up and running, that kind of everything was in the air. My husband brought all his equipment home from work to set up at home because they were to work from home, and yeah, it made me feel a bit discombobulated and I couldn't settle to stitch. And every time I did, I ended up frogging. So for about a week I just binge watched Jack Ryan on Amazon and bought lots of PDFs online. So if you're not stitching, you just buy stitching stuff. But after a week I was kind of like, I really want to get back into something, but I don't want to switch between 3 or 4 projects like I normally do. So I thought I'm going to focus on one thing and try and do that really well. Just kind of regroup and refocus. And so the first project, I flipped through my WIP album, and the first thing I was like, I could finish in that time is Marry by Nora Corbett, the Bewitching Pixie, and I'll insert where I was before, over here. And I finished her. And she's all done. And I stitched her on, this is why I have to leave the labels on because I never remember what it actually is 28 count opal linen and Sugar Plum Fairies by Under the Sea Fabrics. When I was stitching her, I used all the call for threads and floss and things, apart from here in her staff. Can I see? They were supposed to be treasures, but I thought they looked a bit off in the packet because I had the bead pack. The treasures were blue that were to go on her staff, and when I double checked I realised that they had put the wrong ones in the bead pack. So I just filled it in with the black and the orange beads that are used elsewhere in her. And I did her skin 1/1 because when I finished Electra I'd done her skin 1/1, so just have them all matching. And Elena's already cleaned her for her room because she has Electra hanging up, so it's another witch for her room. And that's another thing, she's happy about doing online schooling from home. She gets to wear her witch's hat to do her work. Just weird. She has a room decorated with bats and witches. Next up is another project that, again, I was in the mood to just focus on one thing and see how much I could get done, and that's Pink Sparrow by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I'll insert where I was here. And this is another one, I'm trying to find something to put behind. This is another one that I actually got finished. You can see. And I used all the called for over dye threads that are called for in the chart. And this one is stitched on 40 count Tiramisu by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I love this colour. It's almost like an antique peach. It's more peach than Picture This Plus Wren, but it's an amazing neutral. And I actually asked Leslie to dye me another fat quarter of it, because this is the only piece that I had. Kenny of Kenny Stitches actually has the twin piece. He took the other 8th and is stitching the same chart on it. But that's that one, and I was glad to have another finish. And as a reward for having 2 finishes, I thought, what else? Can I just have a new start? And I'm sure you've seen around the Be Well movement and stay home, stay stitching. and there's so many really good ones out there if you just look around the internet or follow the hashtag on Instagram. But one of my favourites that I saw was actually called The Self-Isolation Bat by Night Spirit Studio, and you can find it on her, you can find it on her website, or if you find her on Instagram you can see the link to her site from there, and I'll link everything below as well that I can. So that was that one. So as soon as with Pink Sparrow came off the Q-snaps, I went and cut some fabric and stitched this one up within two days, 2 evenings of stitching. We also subscribed to Disney Plus, so I've been sitting watching movies there, and that's been good as a good distraction to just sit and stitch. And you can see that little guy, and I stitched him on 28 count Monaco, and I used 3 strands of DMC. I changed the colours a little bit. It was supposed to be DMC 2, which is a lighter grey. I used DMC 3, and the flowers were charted in red, but I changed them to DMC 900 and 721. And that is him. And that was the last thing I worked on. I only finished him about an hour ago, so that was definitely the last thing I worked on this month. So next up is some stitchy shopping that I got this month. I don't have my market order yet. I just got my invoice yesterday, so I don't have that yet, but that hasn't stopped me shopping for other stuff. The first thing I got was, I managed to snag one of the rare Christine Stitch All the Things bags on Instagram, and it is Chula Tigers. And I love that that's actually what the little bat was living in before. And you can see more Chula fabric on the inside. So I need to find something else to go live in this bag now that that's finished. And I love the sparkly vinyl bottoms as well. So if you see them, don't hesitate and just grab yourself one of those because they're fantastic. Next thing I got, this was all before the whole Corona thing shut everything down. They were saying don't order non-essential things. So this came in a couple of weeks ago, but Flosstube rules, don't use it until you show it. And I got this Mad from Minders. I got a little Paddington bear, and I think these are dinky die scissors, and they have little ladybugs on them. Next up is my fabric of the month from Under the Sea. And there we go, that's good. This is Calliope. And this month I got a 32 count Dublin, and I already have plans for this, which you might see next month. I'm going to do Mania, but not a full 31. I've done that twice, and I still have whips from it, so I might do one a week, but this is for one of those potential starts. It's kind of perfect. Next is a 40 count silk weaver fabric. It's called Tanzanite. I've ordered a lot of samplers from Market, and I'm thinking I might use this for the Teresa Kogut one with the red birds and the little moth on it. And it's a kind of blue with a slight hint of purple, and that would be perfect for that. So I'm looking forward to my Market order coming. Start all the things. Not that I haven't been starting all the things. The next thing, this is a kit that I've wanted forever, and I've never seen it come up on eBay that often, or it's always been really, really expensive. And yeah, I always thought I'll wait until it comes around again. And it is Buttons and Bears. Can you see there? The Dimensions Gold Collection. And you can see, try to see with that light shining on it. And I love this. And I think this is going to be a special start. But I definitely want to start this one this year. And the other day this one arrived, I actually forgot I ordered it. It's one of the new Dimensions kits. It's not just a regular Dimensions, and it is Snow Days. And I love that wolf. So he shouldn't be too hard to stitch up. They're not as intense as the Dimensions Gold. I love him. And after that, I've been ordering a lot of PDFs of patterns online, because obviously I'm waiting on my charts from Market coming, but sometimes when it's been a bit of a stressful day, or your kid's asking you how to divide fractions that you've never done in about 20 years, it's kind of like I rewarded myself for going and buying a PDF. It's like I survived the day of homeschooling without having a breakdown. And so I was like, I'm gonna buy a PDF. And I got this one. I got Heaven and Earth had a, was it 54% leap day sale? So yeah, just add one to the collection. And this is Hubble Bubble by Lisa Parker. And I love this one. We actually just bought the jigsaw puzzle to do, so I thought, why not have it as a cross stitch as well. That's that one. Another one that I got off Etsy was Ring a Ring of Foxes. It's a Biscorni pattern by Fab Riley Designs. And this one is so cute. I actually have fabric, so this one is a potential start soon. And that's amazing. It's got beads on it too. There's only 3 more. This one I saw, if you're part of the RSA cross stitch group, somebody the other day posted a finish of this design stitched on black, and I plan to do the exact same thing. It's called Turtle Silhouette, and it looks like a watercolor turtle. And this is also a potential mania start. And we actually have this as a like a vinyl sticker on the kids' shower. Their bathrooms like mermaids and under the sea, and this is actually on the shower. I didn't even realize it was the same turtle until after I ordered it, and they pointed it out. And I must see that. I see that turtle every day. Second last one is Satsuma Street. I think that was at the beginning of the month. They had an anniversary sale, and I've already stitched Pretty Little Hawaii, and so I got Pretty Little Tokyo. I love the colours on these ones, and they're such a fun stitch. I love that one. And I might stitch this one up as a gift for one of their karate teachers. And last was a purchase yesterday. If you look, it's still on sale today. When I looked, Owl Forest Embroidery, who is the Enchanted Forest kit, they also do PDFs, and everything is on sale just now. The Russian border apparently just shut down, so they're not shipping out any more kits, but they do have PDFs that you can instant download. And the one I got yesterday was the Hummingbird Sampler, and this was only, in their sale, this was only $3.77. And you can buy the overdyed thread pack, but I'm sure like most of you have got threads in your stash that you could substitute in. If you look at the colours that they've used, I'm sure you could find something that you could sub in place of that, so you don't have to make an order. And that's it. I feel like I've rushed through this. I feel a little bit stressed, but it's quiet. I didn't want to hear the crashing around. It's like scenes from Jurassic Park, like dinosaurs running through, or some shit. It's just mom constantly. But that's what we have to do for now, and it's for the greater good. Everybody stay home, just try and do the best, stay healthy, and yeah, stitch. Just stitch. That's what we've been preparing for with all the stash. So I hope to show you a lot more next month, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying home if you're able to, and thank you if you're one of those people that are considered essential. You really are, and a massive thank you for still going out there and doing your job, and hopefully we'll get through this. I'm sure we will. It just takes a group effort. But until next month, I hope you stay healthy, and I will see you at the end of April. Bye for now.